We got to talk a little bit about the trucker boycott because I've been getting a lot of information about it, and this is not exactly like what you think it is. I know when people say the word boycott, they think zero goods in New York City, nothing's going to New York City, but in fact, it's a lot different than that. So let me just tell you guys what exactly is going on with the trucker boycott situation. So you got the Donald Trump case. $355 million that he's forced to pay, which many real estate developers in New York City said it was outrageous given the fact that Trump had a $400 million building. He took out an existing loan using the building as collateral, $200 million. He had to work with a small regional bank, which the bank was cool with it. The bank said that he wants to be working with Trump. It wasn't like anything forced. So it's just like a simple business matter, business transaction, but for some reason he's being sued and now guilty for fraud, which is making a lot of other real estate developers in New York City kind of antsy right now because the whole point of real estate is to borrow more money and go into debt so you could build more buildings. So this is why the truckers are mad right now. So if you look at what's going on many of the platforms out there, like truckers are still refusing to go to New York City. And you can see some of these videos yourself, and they're frankly very interesting videos, but I gotta admit, this person on X says it best. Not every single truck is boycotting New York City. That's obviously what's going on. Many trucks are still going to New York City, all right? I could say the majority of trucks are still going to New York City. But he's saying that 22% of all the trucks have boycotted New York City. So what about the 78%? They're still going to New York, but they're making more money. And there's already been a lot of posts, and you can even check out some of the numbers about the price of loads. It's gone up. You got shipping companies that will still go to New York City, but they'll slap on an extra $2,000 to $3,000 just for you if you're willing to go to New York City. Now, New York City has never really been a super popular place for truckers anyway. Insane amount of tickets, speed traps, especially from the NYPD. It's so hard to get into the city. I mean, I drove to New York City once in a regular sedan. It was already hard enough. I can't imagine driving a Class 8 semi-truck. It takes you a whole day to get in and out. It's very anti-semi-truck in New York City. It's hard to drive it. The Trump trial was kind of like the cherry on top for many truck drivers, and many of these truck drivers are no longer going to New York City. They're kind of done. And not to mention, when the loads get more expensive, you obviously have a sector of the trucking market that will be willing to go to New York City. It's just capitalism 101, but there's still going to be truckers out there who will refuse the extra money and go somewhere else. And plus, a lot of truckers are independent. There's 100,000 of them. They can go anywhere they want. They don't have to go to New York City. And with the whole New York City situation going like that, they kind of now have an excuse, like, oh, I don't want to go to New York City. Screw that, right? I could just go other places, maybe Texas, maybe Florida, maybe Nevada. I could ship to maybe places in Ohio. I don't have to go to New York City. This is causing a lot of price strain. New York City is already going broke because of the whole migrant crisis. And look at this, businesses are moving out as well, all right? You got Kevin O'Leary saying that with the New York trial being so bad and so anti-Trump and almost even anti-capitalism, many businesses are trying to leave, okay? You've got celebrity tycoon real estate developers like Grant Cardone moving his business out of New York City. Guys, it's kind of crazy to see Trump basically getting his assets seized for what? Like, what he did was very normal in the real estate world, nothing super freaky. And also, the migrant crisis in New York City is very, very bad right now. If you guys haven't seen what's going on, the city's going broke. And also, their domestic homeless population is everywhere. We're seeing a lot of this type of footage in many parts of New York. It's pretty bad, all right? We don't really have places to host our own citizens. You know, many U.S. cities are spending a lot of money on homelessness, but it still looks like this. You know, you got a lot of cities spending a lot of money on the migrant crisis, but American citizens look like this. And also, New York is finished. Grant Cardone, Kevin O'Leary, several other big investors who are not talking on X have kind of been a little bit scared of New York City recently. There seems to be a lot of lasting repercussions for New York because you're going to be having a lot of developers who have billions of dollars in New York City. They see Trump literally get arrested and then forced to pay almost $400 million, other real estate developers are like, hold on a second. This seems kind of scary, a little bit risky. Maybe I'll move some of my money out of New York City to other states for real estate development. Not looking so great for New York at all, guys. And the trucking situation is still going strong. Like I said, not every trucker is boycotting New York City, but when you have 22% of them boycotting it, the price of goods go up exponentially. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below. How do you guys feel about this?